I am honored to be with an outstanding person and former NBA standout, Amar'e Stoudemire, for this conversation. Mr. Stoudemire, how are you today?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good.
Great. Really excited to talk to you about the intersection of race and sports. And I was recently, first of all, congratulations on uh, uh, your jersey retirement, number retirement with the Phoenix
Yep.
Suns. And
Thank you.
and one of the things that stood out to me as you were being honored is you spoke so eloquently about the importance of hope and prayer early in your life. And I'd love to hear you talk about your early life and how you got your motivation early in life to achieve so many of the things you've achieved.
Well, I had a pretty interesting family, right? My father's side of the family were basically a lot of athletes. My cousin was a two sports star. My father coached Pop Warner football. My brother played, varsity basketball. So and everyone was also into the into spirituality, into the church, right? And so I was very blessed to be a part of that world with that my father's side of the family. And my mother's side of the family was more more rough around the edges, right? More. It was a more of a humble beginning on my mom's side, and so I was able to experience both sides. But from a sports and a faith standpoint, I was able to adapt to both of those cultures simultaneously, which allowed me to pursue both avenues later in my life.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. And I want to talk about the amazing transition that you made from high school to professional basketball and all aspects of that. I think we certainly are seeing today younger players obviously doing that more routinely. But when you did it, it wasn't. It was pretty rare to see players do it and do it so successfully as you did. How did you do
Yeah.
that, and what advice would you give young players today who have the talent and opportunity to go into the professional ranks as early as they do?
Yeah, I was the first player in NBA history to get Rookie of the Year from high school to the NBA, right? There's only two guys that have ever done that. That's myself and LeBron James. And so a lot of us, when we're in high school, we have the admiration to want to become successful NBA players and future Hall of Famers, and we have these high goals. And I would say that the most important factor is to have the ambition to want to be great as a basketball player, right? So which means that propel you to focus on the sport, it keeps you out of trouble, it keeps you humble, it keeps you with a sense of professionalism, and allows you to want to pursue that craft at a very high level, right? And if you focus on that, with that being your main focus, that'll keep you on a straight and narrow path.
Absolutely. And um, we are at the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, and we spend a lot of time focusing on education for all people and understanding the importance of how civil and human rights play a role in our society. One of the things that one platform uh, you had as a player, and you still have, is the ability to influence so many people with your perspectives. How have you been able to take advantage of that opportunity where you're able to really help shape and guide and influence people, particularly young people, through the platform that you've had in your career?
I think for me, a lot of it was based upon um, me learning for myself and really just trying to get an understanding because I never wanted to teach or try to influence someone in a wrong and negative way. So I took a conscientious approach to learn for myself and understand exactly who I am and and how I want to live my life. And then I was able to somewhat give that over and use that as an inspiration for anyone who wants to somewhat follow suit or want some advice on what they're dealing with. So I would say my first approach was me learning self, being taking time out to educate myself, and then being willing to give it over.
Right. Thank you so much. And we, of course, we in Memphis have a special place in our heart for you, and we will always admire Amar'e Stoudemire, and we are grateful for the opportunity to get to speak with you today. We look forward to continued relationships, and thank you for all you do in this community.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do this again. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Later. Thanks.